Hello Sagittarius, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading, whoever you're thinking about. That is who this reading is intended for. And everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, all of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Sagittarius. We are going to grab a couple of these for some overall energies, and then we're going to jump right into your tarot. We have withdrawn, single, lonely, or solitaire. And nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. At the bottom of the deck, we have this one-day energy. It says someday, somewhere, or another time. So this does feel like there could be somebody here, Sagittarius, who maybe you're in no contact with or separation with, or maybe somebody's pulled back their energy here. It does look like this person could be just really focusing on themselves, especially because with this single, solitaire, lonely energy, they may be a little bit lonely. They may be missing you. But I also feel like this person is recognizing that they really need to focus on themselves. With this nourished energy, it's self-growth, self-focused, soul-finding. So it's like really trying to work on themselves here. But I feel like they are still kind of being hopeful that there is a time and place coming up where maybe things can be different. Maybe you guys will be able to reconnect. Maybe you will be able to make something work. At the bottom of the deck here, I see this broken. It says shattered, heartbroken, or destroyed. And it can say, it also, there's this obsession energy, and it says addiction. So I definitely feel like there could have been some kind of challenge or obstacle that this person had in the past. Maybe they did have some kind of an addiction. Maybe it was just some kind of challenge or obstacle. I'm getting a lot of devil energy. Some of you guys could have dealt with a Capricorn. There was something that this person, had a really hard time with. We're going to put it like that. And I do feel like it could have really, one, broken them, but I also feel that it could have really damaged the relationship. Okay? There is something about this person, whether it's something about themselves, a quality, a habit, something here. Okay? And it says shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. And I do feel like because of that, somebody's trying to work on themselves here. And they may feel like they need to be on their own to do that. Or it could be something that they feel like since they've been on their own, they're realizing that they need to do. So we're going to take a look at the tarot and see what their current energies towards you are, what their next actions will be, what they're thinking and feeling, all that fun stuff. So how is Sagittarius being viewed by this person? We have the Six of Wands. So I'm getting a couple different things. One, this person could be viewing you as somebody who has always been very supportive of them. Because the Six of Wands, it can be an energy of support, of being celebrated, of being seen and validated, being lifted up. I kind of feel like this person could, one, they feel like you still could have faith in them, that you've always had faith that this person would be somebody who, how do I want to say that? Like you've always seen the potential in them. Right? You always believed that they could be the best version of themselves, or they could overcome whatever this was. Okay? So they could feel like, wow, Sagittarius always believed in me. Sagittarius has always supported me, has tried their best to, lift me up. They could be viewing you right now as somebody who, is doing, whether it's like doing really well for yourself, or somebody who's successful in some way. Maybe you have overcome obstacles in your life and they're seeing that maybe if Sagittarius can do it, I can do it too. How are they feeling about Sagittarius? We have the Page of Wands. So they could be feeling, one, there could be things that they want to communicate. The pages are the messengers of the tarot. But I also feel like it's like they're still interested in starting some kind of new journey with you here. I do feel like this person is very hopeful that at some point in the future, you guys will be able to do that. Now, they could also be, starting some kind of new journey within themselves or their own life, some kind of healing journey. But I feel like their ultimate goal is to be able to reconnect and have something healthy with you at some point. Some of you guys may have had to put up a boundary with a person here. The Six of Wands and the Page of Wands together make the Seven of Wands, which can be a card of boundaries. It can be a card of conviction. Maybe you're like, there are certain things that I settled for in this connection in the past that I'm no longer willing to settle for. So there are certain things that are going to have to change if we're going to reconnect or have something in the future. What is this person's intentions towards Sagittarius? We have the Six of Pentacles. I'm getting a couple different things from this Sagittarius. So just take what applies for you if it applies. For some of you, this person, things could have been very unequal give and take in the past. And maybe that is like in a financial way. Maybe it's with time, with effort, with energy. Things could have just been very unequal give and take, or this person felt like they did not put in the effort and things that they should have. So somebody could be having the intention to do something differently, bring that back into balance. Maybe it's like they have the intention of having things be equal give and take now, right? So that could be a very positive thing. But for some of you too, I also feel like, especially if this person is in a very, if they've I want to say if they're in a rock bottom type energy, there could be some kind of help that this person does want from you as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, whether that is your support, your, uplifting them, there could just be something that they are wanting though. It could be both. What is the challenge here? We have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, it can be an energy of, it feels very pessimistic in this sense to me. And also the Eight of Swords can be an energy of limiting beliefs. So there could be a lot that this person feels like, how do I want to say that? I can't do this because of this, this, and this. Or I, want to reconnect with Sagittarius, but I can't because this, this, and this. Or I want to work on myself. I want to stop doing this thing, but I can't because of this, this, and this. So some of it is excuses. Some of it is just, these fearful or negative, pessimistic thoughts, all these reasons why I feel like I can't do something or I can't make some kind of change. In this case, it does say that somebody is kind of being their own worst enemy. They are kind of keeping themselves held back by their own limiting beliefs and what they feel like they can and cannot do. It could also feel, like I said, for some of you guys, I feel like this person could be in a rock bottom type of an energy or trying to come out of a rock bottom type energy. Because it could feel like, the Eight of Swords is this person has gotten themselves in a situation and now they're kind of feeling trapped or bound by that situation. Or it's what is that expression? You made your bed and now they're having to lie in it kind of thing. What is their next actions towards Sagittarius? We have the Ace of Swords. So there could be a lot of conversations coming up. There could be communication coming up if you're not in communication. The Ace of Swords can be a card of, trying to find solutions, clarity, awareness, breakthroughs. So if there are things here that this person is, limiting themselves with or having these thoughts with, this could indicate, maybe finding some solutions to that or having some kind of breakthroughs. I would say, though, too, that the 8 and the 9 of Swords coming out, or the 8 and the Ace of Swords coming out together can make the 9 of Swords. So there could be some really hard realizations that this person is having to process or take on. There could be things coming into their awareness that are very difficult to deal with. And, I feel like that's true for most of us, right? I think that it can be very difficult for us to take a look at ourselves or our lives and see, maybe what, how do I want to say that? Where our choices or our actions or our lack of actions, brought on something negative into our life, right? Or got us to where we are. And as difficult as that can be to take on, and it is difficult, it's also very freeing and very empowering, because if we got ourselves in this situation by our choices or lack of choices or actions or lack of actions, we can get ourselves out of that. So it can be a hard pill to swallow, but it can also be very empowering. And so this person could be going through that here, where they're having to take some honest looks at themselves and, kind of take some accountability there. The potential outcome, I see the World card. So that could be, some kind of an accomplishment or level up for this person. This could be closing out a cycle or a chapter here. I definitely feel like there's somebody here who doesn't want something with you, but you may have put up some kind of boundary, Sagittarius, where I feel like there's certain things that you've dealt with in the past and you're like, I'm not going to repeat that cycle, or I'm not going to deal with that anymore. These are certain things that you need to change before I can allow you to, before we can really be together. It does feel like there's a bit of a hopeful energy here. And like I said, I feel like this person is having to take some hard pills here. But that is what I have for you. The signs that I'm seeing for you, I see all the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I felt Capricorn earlier. I see Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all the fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading can still resonate for you. But that is what I have for you. I do hope that this helps. If it resonates, let me know. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just check out your other placements. And everything you need to know is in the description box below for you. If you want personal prayers for any reason, you can just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.